Hi, this is Dee from Backstage Beauty. I'm not in the picture, my mannequin is, but I want to just show you real quick how to cut the lace on your human hair wig. This one is a full ear to ear, 13-inch by 6 ear to ear lace. It's Swiss lace, so it's pretty transparent, but you can see it here. So what I like to do is I like to cut the lace on a mannequin head. I don't like to put it on myself and cut the lace on my head. When you do that, it's harder to see and you risk, cutting it wrong, going too close to the hairline, or possibly even going under and cutting some of your own hair. So you definitely don't want that. But what you're going to need is a mannequin head. I've got a couple of ball pins to pin her in place so she doesn't slide off while I'm doing this. I've got clips. I clip back the hair right where the lace ends, like below the ear area. So I want to clip that back out of the way so I have a nice clear view of where I'm going to start at the end of the lace. And I've got the rest of the hair clipped back in a clip. And then what you're going to need, it's a good thing to have a spray bottle of water and some kind of a headband like this, or even just a regular headband, something to hold the hair back. You just want to make sure you're not going to cut any of those hairs in the front. So I'm just going to kind of mist the front and gonna kind of just, you can brush it or you can just use your hands. Just kind of make sure that hair is back out of the way. And then I like to use one of these kind of comb type headbands because that really pulls the hair back and kind of, holds it back out of the way so you can really see what you're doing. And then there's no hairs falling down and getting in the way of the lace. So then next you're going to need a really sharp pair of scissors. Now, if you're new and you've never cut lace before and you're nervous, you can use little short cuticle scissors, as long as they're sharp, good stainless steel scissors. That way you're making very small cuts, because when you're using longer scissors, there's always the potential you could get a little nervous and if you're at the wrong angle, you might cut into the hairline. So cutting lace is not hard. It's not scary. The main thing you just have to remember is take your time and go slow. Slow is best. If you need to do small cuts, just to go really slow and careful. It's pretty easy. So I'm gonna start over here where the lace ends, and hopefully you can kind of see. Now I'm going to kind of use my finger. If any of that hair is starting to get in my way, then I'm going to use my finger to hold that hair back nice and flat so I can see the hairline. And I like to go about a 1/4 inch from the hairline. You want to leave a little bit of lace, so in case you ever want to tape or glue your lace down, or if, after a lot of wear and tear and aging, your lace edges start to fray, you can always trim a little more off and give it that nice, clean edge again. But if you cut it right up to the hairline, then you've really got no more lace to cut when it needs a trim. So I'm just using these small cuticle scissors for now, just to show you. Sometimes I even throw a pair of cuticle scissors in with orders as one of the free gifts, especially if I know somebody's new to human hair and they've never had to cut lace on a wig before and they're really nervous about it. I'll put a little pair of cuticle scissors in there for you to give you something in case you don't have a good sharp pair of scissors on hand. Good sharp stainless steel like hair cutting scissors are good. So I'm going to finish with those because I'm used to using those more nowadays. But when I first started having to cut lace on wigs, I did kind of stick with the cuticle scissors. It made me feel a little better. So now some people like to cut in a zigzag or wavy pattern. There's, posts and articles that say that ends up making the lace blend with your forehead better and look more natural or realistic. But I like to cut a nice, sharp, straight, smooth line. I don't go zigzag or wavy because when you do the little zigzags or wavies, that just gives more area for that lace to lift up. Those little, points of the zigzags that are left down can kind of lift up. Makes it harder to glue or tape, and I just feel like lace lays flatter if the lace line is cut nice and straight and smooth. It kind of pulls it more taut, if that makes sense. So I'm not a zigzagger. And I've never had a problem with my lace showing or being noticeable. Now see, here's a little bit hair getting in the way, so I'm just using my finger to pull that back out of my way. And if you've got a contoured hairline that's not just perfectly straight and round like a moon, if it's kind of contoured with, where the corners go in a little, or there's a little widow's peak, or the temples are kind of contoured like a natural hairline would be, then I just follow the shape of that hairline all the way around. Just follow what the hairline is doing and stay about a 1/4 inch away. Keep moving that hair out of the way with your finger. Go right down back to the edge, and voila. Now some people like to do it in steps. Oh, she's crying. Some people like to make one cut up the middle and then go down one side and then go down the next side. It doesn't really matter. I always just start over at one edge and just, do the whole thing all the way around. But if you're more comfortable starting with a cut up the middle and then doing 1/2 at a time, you can do that. Now this probably isn't, perfectly straight. I don't know if you can see it very well because it's pretty transparent, but I did leave a little extra, so I'll probably trim that up later. But just so you could see it on video, that's really how easy it is. It's pretty simple. And then you've got your piece of leftover lace, which some people save their leftover lace on their human hair wig. You can put it in an envelope and label it with what wig it came off of. So that way, if you ever want to experiment with, tinting your lace or anything like that, or if in the future you ever accidentally rip your lace or you get a hole in your lace that needs repair, then you have a piece of the same exact lace that you could cut a little piece off and go up underneath and, sew it with fine clear thread and kind of repair that hole and patch it. So you've got some lace to use as a patch. So that's pretty much it. Pretty simple. So don't be afraid to cut your lace. And if you need help, you can always reach out, message me, and let me know.